Hello, my name is Sam McLure, and I'm the founder of the adoption law firm. Today, I want to talk with you about one of our favorite subjects, step-parent adoption. If I can zoom out broadly for a few seconds, the way we think about step-parent adoption is that every child needs a few basic things. They need a mother and a father to love them, to care for them, to nurture them. And ideally, that happens in the context of a biological parent. But we live in a world of extreme brokenness, and that ideal isn't always possible. And that's where whoever's that primary caregiver, the step-parent, needs to be able to find an avenue to achieve permanency for the child. At the adoption law firm, we see step-parent adoption as an attempt to mend that brokenness, to create a new family relationship, not by blood, but based on love and on a promise. When we come alongside blended families trying to achieve permanency through adoption, oftentimes this mother, the father, they're concerned about what would happen to them if their spouse passed away, if they passed away. Who would have the legal authority to continue to protect that child and see that that child thrives? Adoption, and only adoption, offers that solution. In addition, I can't tell you how much it means to a child growing up in a blended family to have their last name be the same last name as everybody else's. It really does emphasize and bolster that sense of belonging. And that's fundamental for every child. A few basic needs. Who's my mother? Who's my father? And do I belong here? And adoption, more than any other legal procedure, helps to achieve that for the child. So briefly, here's what the process looks like for a step-parent adoption when you work with our team at the adoption law firm. From your first call, your first interaction, number one, we want to make sure that you have the highest level of excellence in your care. That means that we empathetically connect with where you're at. We understand that a lot of times, even approaching the idea of a step-parent adoption stirs up a lot of bad memories, a lot of bad past experiences, and fear about would even taking this step disrupt the peace and harmony that you finally achieved in your life and in your child's life. We get that, and your peace, the child's security, is a paramount concern in our life. And one of the first steps is an initial consultation where we spend an hour or more together talking through all the details. We want to understand intimately your situation. No two adoptions are ever alike, and they're complex. Adoption is complex. But more importantly, the heart of your child is complex, and we want to make sure that you feel comfortable with each step that we're taking and understand each step that we're taking and are kept in the loop in the entire process. If we decide to move forward together and partner in this journey after that initial consultation, one of the first things that we'll do is draft your legal pleadings for you. You'll have a chance to review those, give us feedback. Maybe there are things that we can modify or change to more accurately reflect your situation. Again, this is a partnership between the adoptive parents and our firm to achieve the child's best interest. And once those documents are signed, we file those with the probate court. The probate court in Alabama is the court that has original jurisdiction over adoption. And that's a lot different than the juvenile court or the domestic relations court. That's an important point to understand, because if you've ever gone through a divorce or a child custody battle, you probably have been in the family court. Adoption is sort of like the difference between a baseball field and a basketball court. Totally different rules, and it's a different game. Things like how a father is defined and how someone gets noticed is different. One of the key things for this short explanation that I think is important to take away is that Alabama is one of the best states in the country to pursue adoption, because there's two kinds of consent. There's express consent, where a parent signs their name to a form. And then there is implied consent, where a court can look at a parent's lack of effort in showing a significant parental relationship. The court can say, we're not going to let this parent, this natural parent, stand in the way of a loving, stable family for the child. And a lot of people have fear. What if I poke the bear? What if I reach out to the child's natural parent that has been missing for 5 years and we know he or she is living a dangerous lifestyle? What if they come in and somehow through this process get visitation? I want to put your mind at rest that the adoption process in the probate court is much different than the custody or divorce process in the family court structure. Ideally, a final hearing on your adoption would be set 2 to 3 months after we file the original adoption petition. And in most instances, that's a very happy day. And we love to throw adoption parties, and we would love to throw an adoption party for your family. We hope that you reach out to us for a consultation so that we can get to know you, your child, and your situation better.